Hey guys, it's Nija. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be yelling in today's video because it is raining. Can you see it? Can you see the rain? It's raining. It's raining. Okay. So, in today's video, I want to make a quick little clip about aliens because I recently watched a movie on Hulu this weekend, and it was called Arrival, and it actually came out in 2016. Like, it's not a new movie, letting me know that they obviously wanted to disclose this alien information a while ago, obviously, but you know, they like to hide things in plain sight. So this movie was really excellent. I really loved it. Essentially what happened in the movie is these aliens came down to Earth, and the lead woman of the movie, she was like a language specialist, and they hired her to communicate with these aliens because they wanted to know why they're here and what are they doing, okay? So, super great movie. I would highly suggest that you watch it. But this is what I wanted to say about the aliens, because a lot of people are going to be talking more and more about aliens. There's going to be more and more alien disclosure. To me, it's kind of comical that we didn't believe, or maybe we did believe, but you know, there was a time where it was like super skepticism around alien activity. People would be like, no, there's no such thing as aliens, blah, blah, blah. But now, at the state of consciousness that I think we are vibrating at, we are like, there's no way that it's not possible, right? It's like the more in consciousness we rise, the more and more and more we believe, are open to believing that there is life outside of our Earth. Okay, it puts us into perspective at just how small we really are. This is what I wanted to say about the aliens. In every alien movie that I've watched, there's always, you know how they always are like, okay, we have to contact the government and the military has to deal with these aliens, blah, blah, blah. And they use the military, obviously, because the military is like the protective force that protects humanity or whatever, right? But I just find it very comical that in every alien movie they have the hothead guy that's like, we're not gonna stand for this alien activity, and we're gonna take them on by force. We're gonna shoot them. We're gonna whatever. We're gonna use our weapons to protect ourselves from the aliens, blah, blah, blah. And I just find that so comical and lower dimensional consciousness, because obviously the aliens came to Earth. The aliens are coming to Earth. The Earthlings are not going to the alien planets, okay? The aliens are coming to Earth. What does this tell us right off the bat? They are more intelligent species than humans, because again, the humans didn't go to their planet or their dimension. They came to us, okay? So one, they're more intelligent. Two, their technology is more advanced. No? Again, they came to us, we didn't come to them. So their technology must be more advanced if they can leave their realm, their planetary system or whatever, travel through space and make it to us. Their technology is more advanced, right? So I don't understand the logic behind we're gonna use our military to protect ourselves from the aliens. Like I said, again, in the movie, there was this part in the movie where they were like, oh, China has declared war on the aliens. Let's highlight that they chose China to be the country to activate this so-called war on the aliens, which I thought was comical. But again, the fact that they say they're going to have war on the aliens technology is far more advanced than our technology. They could have like sonic radar radios that when you turn them on, it just makes all the humans collapse from the high-pitched frequency of their technology. You know, like, guns are not gonna cut it. And so I just always thought that was comical, and I think I just wanted to put that out there. If and when they do start rolling out the alien activity, I want you guys to be very conscious of the fact that their technology is more advanced than us. So if the hotheads who are running society at the time think that they are going to take on the aliens with their guns and bombs, they are going to be sadly mistaken. So that was one thing I wanted to say about this. There's no need to try and fight them, because obviously their technology is far more advanced. Any kind of weapon they could create and use against us is going to be far more advanced than what we would be using against them. Okay? The next thing I wanted to say about this also was the aliens, if and when they do come, they're coming to deliver a message, nothing more or nothing less. They are coming to share a message. Okay? How do we know this? Again, they are higher conscious. They are more intelligent than us scientifically, or whatever resources they have on their planet, and they have the consciousness to use them to be able to travel to us. Again, they are using higher dimensional technology. So obviously, if they wanted to harm humanity, they could do so, and they could do so extremely easily. I believe if and when they come, they're coming to deliver a message. Why? Because again, if they wanted to just harm us, they could wipe us out, no problem, and have our planet. That would be no problem for them. Why? Because they are of higher consciousness than us. I believe they're coming to deliver a message. I think that they have some kind of new technology, and this is what was highlighted in the movie. Whenever they do come, they offer wisdom and they offer new technology, and it is going to, again, be another jump in consciousness for humanity. Because a lot of people, again, don't believe that aliens could potentially exist. But it's just really comical that they're talking about alien activity on the news now, which even non-conscious people will take anything the news say for face value. So it's really opening up the consciousness of the human collective. And that's why I wanted to have this conversation with you guys about the aliens, so that we don't have to be fearful. Understand that they are of higher consciousness than us, because their technology is more advanced. And I find that when a society has the more advanced the society's technology becomes, the more advanced the society is. I was watching this other show on Netflix. It was called like Robots something, I don't know. And it was like cartoons, it was animations of like I guess futuristic things, what would happen when people really do start to integrate robots in their regular day-to-day activity or whatever. And there was like this segment in the show where the lady was like, come with me to get my boost. So in this reality, people didn't die as long as you don't have kids. If you have kids, your life expectancy, you can't live forever. But if you choose to not have kids, they have this thing where it's like getting a boost. You go to the doctor, they inject you with this blue goo, and it helps you to be rejuvenated, and you're like young and fresh again. And people just do this every so often. Where was I going with that thought? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of futuristic content, and obviously not just absorbing it all, but like just I don't know. That's a really good show too, you guys. If I can remember the full title of it, I'm going to leave that in the description box. I didn't watch every episode in that series because I believe there's a lot of programming. But there also is really, really interesting information if you can view it through your third eye or through your higher perspective, and not just absorb all the stuff that's not good in the movie or in the show. But yeah, back to the aliens. I'm sorry, I don't know where I was going with that. But back to the aliens. Yes, when they do come, and I know this because they show everything in plain sight. And in every alien movie that I've seen, it is always a reoccurring theme that the aliens are coming to share a message about the future timeline of Earth, or they are coming to share a certain technology that is going to help progress Earth. Now, you guys might be wondering, why do they even care about Earth? For whatever reason, what happens on the Earth plane affects other galaxies and other dimensions. So yes, other planetary bodies are looking at what happens on Earth, and they are concerned about what the humans are doing, because we are like empathic beings, okay? So all the things that happen here are just ideologies, principalities, and belief systems from other galaxies, from other places of the galaxy, of the cosmos, playing out here, because this is a 3D realm. Every realm is not 3D. So this is the perfect place to see certain things play out on the 3D plane. For example, the different types of people there are, how there are black people, white people, Asian people, Spanish people. That, in a way, is just like how there are different types of creatures or species. There are unicorns and centaurs and mermaids and, you know, all the different types of species. It's the same thing. So if we as humans start to see each other not by races, because we all have this thing in common, we are a part of the human race, but yes, we do have different ethnicities. If we started to see the different types of people, the different ethnicities of people, to also be synonymous with the different species that there are in the galaxy and the cosmos, we can begin to understand how diverse the species are in the cosmos. This would cause us to stop being at war with each other, because we are all humans. When the aliens come, we will be aware of the fact that there are species beyond the human body, and we will start to begin to have more compassion and love for each other, the human bodies, because we're going to be like, whoa, there's so much more out there, and they're even more different to us than we are to each other. So we need to be better to each other, because now we are being confronted with species that are far different than us. How do we know that this is going to happen, that humans are going to begin integrating with these other species of people? Again, they show us everything in plain sight. Remember Star Wars and Star Trek, and the movie, I'm trying to think of movies where they, the movie, what was that movie called? Valerian? Oh, that was a crazy movie, again, with more aliens. But eventually there is going to be a timeline in humanity where humans begin to integrate with other species, other alien extraterrestrial life force. How do we know this? Well, they show us this stuff in plain sight. Also, our government, Trump, before he was out of office, he, I guess, put together the team of people who are meant to confront the aliens at first contact, right? It's like a certain sector of the military that we have that is meant to handle and deal with whenever we do receive alien contact, which we've already received alien contact, and the government knows it. There have been so many spottings all around our country, all around the world, of UFOs, of spacecrafts, and of you know, symbols, markings, and blah blah blah. So it's not unusual that we have these people who have been hired in our government to communicate with the extraterrestrials. This should show every unconscious person that this is obviously a thing. Because if you can believe the news and they start showing you about aliens and UFOs and stuff like that on the news, and you start believing it, again, this opens up the consciousness of the human collective. Okay? It's not just the spiritual people who are like, oh, the aliens. Soon it's going to be the regular schmegular people too. But the unconscious people are going to be very fearful of the aliens, and the government is going to use that as an opportunity to, again, impose more systems and structures, because of the unconscious people who are afraid now of, you know, this new layer of consciousness, or this new layer of reality being opened up to them. It's like a new programming being added to their synthetic template, if that makes sense. So yeah, again, just enjoy having these alien conversations, because it does help us to expand our mind, expand our consciousness, to be aware that this is a very much so real thing. There are other species in our reality, and even if you and I don't live to see it in our day, which we are living to see it in our day, again, because it has made it to the media, there was a time where they really did try to highly and heavily conceal this information. They're no longer trying to conceal this information, I'm guessing because the activity is just getting so much so that people are going to figure it out on their own, and they kind of want to control the narrative of how it's coming out, so they are disclosing more and more information about this. But like I said, humans being aware of aliens is only going to make the human race come closer. And further down the line, like maybe, I don't know, it doesn't even have to be that long, 2050, 2080, 3030, this time frame, the world is going to look very much so different. I believe that, I think this, because they're putting all this in the media, maybe this is the timeline they want to create, maybe this is the reality of the situation. But eventually there is going to be a space station outside of Earth that the Earth humans can go to, and that other species, other extraterrestrials can go to, and it's going to be like a hub where we can intermingle, we can trade things, we're going to be able to trade ideas. Their governments are going to be meeting with our governments, okay? It's no longer going to be just about the human race. It is going to be about the cosmos. Things are going to get a lot bigger, okay? Because as you've noticed, the world has gotten a lot smaller. That's why traveling has been on the rise. We're realizing we're not so different after all. We can go wherever we want to on this planet. And once we have gone to everywhere we want to go to on the planet, the world is shrinking. We're going to be looking outside the planet. We're going to be looking to the stars. Other species that are more advanced than us are going to be trying to come to Earth, and eventually the Earthling government's going to be like, whoa, 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 too many of you guys are coming to our planet. How about we create a system, you know, outside of Earth, a little space station or whatever, and we'll go meet you up there, and you can come meet us out there, and whatever. And I also see this as a timeline where eventually these species are going to want to come to Earth and have citizenship here, okay? And it's no longer going to be citizenship, you know, through country. It's going to be citizenship to Earth. Instead of us saying, I belong to America, I belong to South America, I belong to whatever country or continent or whatever, it's going to be, I belong to Earth, or I belong to planet star system XY0 nano, whatever, right? Like, that's how it's going to be. Again, we might not be here to witness all this, but I don't know if I've already been there, or if all the media that I've watched has made me very much so aware of this timeline, or if it just organically, I feel like organically, this is what God's source has in store for us. Because God's source creation is just creation. It's just expansion. He's just expanding. Goddess is just expanding. Creation is expanding. And that's why all these cosmos do exist. And that is why, you know, God consciousness, source consciousness wants to see what would life be like if my human consciousness and my other extraterrestrial consciousness, what would it be like if they actually met? What would that look like? You know, like, this is creation thinking, and through creation thoughts, these things happen. I think it's just an organic thing of our timeline. The more and more advanced our technology gets, there's no way that these timelines are not going to happen. You know, like, as long as humanity is alive and progressing, this is a real reality. So let me know your thoughts, you guys. I really enjoyed this conversation, and I hope that you guys, you know, I hope some things turned online. Are you going to be watching more alien movies? If you have any good ones, please recommend them down in the comments below, because I kind of have been on an alien binge. Again, viewing it through a higher perspective, because I'm not trying to be brainwashed or indoctrinated into any systems, but I can just see how this is a very real thing, and especially with the alien disclosure happening now, I'm just like, all right, bring it on. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you in my next video. Bye.